Alright, there we go. Yeah, we're still continuing Death Stranding too. I might consider taking a break from the game by playing Crystals, but maybe not today. But today we'll go back to doing our deliveries. And as you can see, I am at the animal shelter and went a week old, which might not be where we last left off. I was basically doing a lot of side quests, right, for these guys. We have another one over here that I kind of need to do. But I took a very, very extensive, wow, it's still marked on the map. Interesting. I took a very, very extensive run all the way back through Rainbow Valley to the mine. And then I had a bit of an adventure over in the crevice over here. Like, actually trying to climb up the mountain was a bit of a fun little side adventure for sure. I didn't even need to do it. The equipment that I was looking for was just at the base of the mountain, but I saw some cargo on top and I was like, you know what, let me just try and get up. In my hubris, I didn't realize that I didn't have any equipment that you normally use to climb up, like ladders and climbing anchors on me. I left it all in the pickup truck. I also discovered a prepper over here called the Inventor, who I have not quite figured out how to connect yet. There's a part of me that's just guessing that he might be available if I fix this monorail and this one, because those two seem to be connected to his area. And as you can see, I've kind of delivered some materials to it. Just the resins, and over here I believe we need resins and special alloys for the job, which we can kind of take from the DSV Mikh'a now that we're here. In addition to that, I also believe that we have found a couple of other road builders around here. What is this? Bon voyage. Right, this is where the side quest is. Fluffy animal plushie. Lost cargo. Special alloys. Yeah, I always notice that there's materials down here. Never lost cargo, but I feel like we might have a route to that if we go down to the beach over here. But on top are a couple of places where we can build the roads to, like this one, which needs a lot of metals, a lot of ceramic. And I'm not entirely sure how it's going to connect, because the other road is way over here, so it might just snake all the way around. I might just go all the way from the top to reach this one. I feel like that's more like, wait a minute, there's another paver over here. And I contributed materials to this as well, 1,600. Yeah, lots of metals and ceramics. I don't think I have enough even if I take them all out from...
Till next time. Hey there!
You really helped us out.
Yeah, I don't think I have enough even if I take out all the materials and the DS for Mikh'a. The game has told me to go to West Fort Knot to do the side quest, the main quest, but I kind of want to see if I can activate these areas, because I do have a bunch of stuff here. Maybe not too many ceramics by the looks of it. 800 metals, not enough either. Yeah, I wonder if I could actually store some of these and just take them out in bulk. We do need resins for the monorail, so yeah, this is gonna be our objective for the start of the stream for a bit. So why am I getting a Windows notification somewhere? The start of our stream for a bit, which is basically to see if we can connect up the monorails and perhaps one or two of the roads back up. But before that, let me see if I can remove some materials. What materials? Let me recycle and actually see how much we have in there. Resins, metals, ceramics. We have a bunch of ceramics. Not too many metals though. But I feel like I can kind of pick those up from the nearby animal shelter if we need it. So first thing I'm gonna do is recycle everything I can here so that I can take most of these out in bulk as much as I can and not have the weird numbers. Same for the ceramics, we'll just recycle all of them. Special alloys are full. I feel like I need quite a bit of metals here. 1,600 plus 400. I have 2,000 here. Maybe an extra 200. Yeah, I'm claiming a lot of metals here. Ceramics. And some resins. Special alloys too, but we have a bunch of those in stock, so... Yeah, the pickup is actually maxed out and stuff. We'll slowly increase our materials back in the DHV McGullen. Sleeve storage. Take out those special alloys and the extra metal. I've only loaded up like 5% of the cargo and it's already kind of full. Thankfully, I've discovered that you can, despite being on a very odd location, you can actually go around the entire forest area for the animal shelter, which has been helping tremendously. All things considered, though I feel like I'm a bit lost on direction-wise right now. Let's take a look at the map. Yeah, okay. There's a plant cryptobite over here. If we go over here, we'll be heading to where the monorail is. You'll have to remember to do that aid quest as well, but for now, let's see if we can connect up the two roads over here. There's a little area here which is kind of dangerous because there's like a ton of chiral creatures just running around the area. Thankfully, player has built a bridge for us. Although occasionally the chiral creatures will be running around on the bridge like they are right now. So I'm curious as to how this road will be constructed to avoid those, and I feel like we kind of need to. I'm being very systematic with all this. Oh wow, I need a lot more ceramic. It's like 1,820 ceramic. We don't have enough.
Gotta stretch my legs.
Yeah, nowhere even close. I should have... No, you know what? Let's contribute the metal for now. And let me take a look at how many ceramics we need over here. 1,280, 1,600. Yeah, okay. Where's the animal shelter? Not too much ceramics by itself. I feel like there are some areas where I have actually stored a lot of materials, but we might need to go all the way back to the starting few areas here. And I might just do that by doing Gen's quest over here, because Gen's quest is to return some of that lost stuff to him. Don't really have a facility there where we can mine ceramics just yet, so don't... not a good supply of whatever's happening here. Also, why is there a mark on this? There's some sort of structure here too. Is this the plate gate that we're kind of making? Interesting. Yeah, it almost looks like there's a path to this. Special alloys. But yeah, let me take a look at our old areas just for a second. Yeah, this place has a bunch of metals and ceramics, and I'm guessing the government base has well. Yeah, pretty good. All things considered. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna run back to this point over here, do this quest, fetch some materials from Gen, and then see if I can slowly make my way over to... Wait, I can get metals from the mine as well. Oh, wait, I can even get ceramics from here. I need Kairos crystals to get ceramics. Interesting. Materials required to upgrade. I need special alloys to upgrade this. I can use all the special alloys I have. 1080 special alloys. I think I might have just enough for that. Or maybe just head over to the mine, the North Mine, and get a bunch of special alloys. Use the monorail to get all the way to First Fort Knot, and then head to the mine while doing Gen side quest. That seems like a way to do it. Gen side quest is also inside the BT area, so it's going to be a bit annoying to do. Chemicals, blood grenade, ceramics, smaller ceramics, resins. Okay. There's an assault rifle here, and special alloys as well. Okay, very ideal situation here that's happening. Just need to plan it out a bit, but before that we might as well connect the monorail, right? No, I don't think I have enough resins for this as well. Wait, I think I do have enough resins. Place this into the pickup as well. $640 resins. I have barely enough for one. I'll need a few more resins then. Okay, putting the construction of the road behind for just a bit. We're gonna go on a cross-country bit of trip here. Do I kind of want to do these before I leave? Okay, you know what? Let's just pick these all up and go along as we go.
Accepted. Thank you.
I forgot one thing. We gotta get some resins. No worries. I believe our first port of contact is right in front of us, and we have a direct route to it, but it seems like the path might actually be a little too narrow for the pickup to go through. At least on the map it kind of looks like that. A lot of other porters have gone this way, so we do have a nice route, a nice path opened up for us. Unfortunately, someone built a timefall shelter in the middle of that road. Now it is restoring our cargo, so I will give you a few likes for your service, my good fellow.
Thanks for the help.
Thanks for your help. Oh, okay. Not you lot again. They aren't following me too much. Now, Sam's entirely covered in blood, but that is the most effective way I know on how to get rid of him. And we did take a bit of a beating there. But better than our cargo getting damaged. Too bad there isn't a generator around here. If that this timefall shelter was built just slightly in front, it would have provided ample enough cover from whatever that is. I almost feel like there's a better way to deal with those bats, but I haven't quite figured out a way to do so, other than just throwing down a blood grenade and entering it. And just letting them die over and over again as they pummel themselves into the smoke. Into the mist, I guess.
Gotta stretch my legs.
I feel like Sam kind of deserves a shower after that.
Cargo onto the shelf in the back.
Made it in one piece.
Thank God. Amen. Thank God.
Guess I had a bit of a strange request for this one, which is basically not to submerge it. And I'm wondering if the game sort of thought that I would be doing that during the rain or something. We're climbing up here again. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is the same mountains where we were having trouble before. Yep, it is. Was this package always here? It might have respawned since I reloaded the game. Because I actually came to this area some time back. I was telling you all at the start of the stream that it was a bit of an adventure getting here. There we go. You can see Westford Knot from up here. That package is a lot farther than I expected. Thankfully, Zero here has a ladder for us. Which is a fragile piece of cargo too. I don't want to use the sticky gun. There we go. In you go. I'll put you back in the pickup truck once we get to it. A pleasant romp, all things considered. I'll need to fabricate some blood grenades before we leave, because the quest for Gen stuff is very much inside BT territory, and I have a feeling I'm gonna have to be running around there. And though I haven't been using it, using force against BTs, I feel like it might be a lot easier if I just come out in the open and use it, rather than trying to sneak around each and every time. There we go. We'll deliver these to the animal shelter, take a quick rest at the DS3 Megalon. Head to Rainbow Valley with the orders. What is that icon? What am I looking at here? Okay, oh, it's because they're just coming out. It's a chiral crystal icon, I didn't even realize. They're not completely mature chiral crystals. And these must be the animals that I and other players saved.
Thank you, God. This one's for you.
And leave round droppings.
Oh, here's the kangaroo I saved.
Thanks for the help. Thank you, kindly. Thanks for the help.
And the second kangaroo I saved.
And this one's for you.
I didn't know other creatures saved by other players would be appearing here. How many kangaroos did I save?
And this one's for you. And
So aren't kangaroos supposed to be somewhat dangerous as well? I guess those are a bit small on the smaller side. Yeah, here is a platypus which I saved.
thanks for the help. And this one's for you.
No, just knock down that tree.
Thanks for coming to visit us. Reviewing the order details. Look at this bounty. How'd you even get it all here?
With a pickup truck.
I can't believe you found this. We'd all but given up hope. We'd like you to have this data for everything you've done. See what you think.
You know, I haven't actually utilized these hologram grenades. I should make some in the future when I'm going to a bandit camp.
We're upping the amount of materials you can take from our stores.
It's very kind of you.
Displaying your current porter grade.
I will probably be relying on those to try and restore the roads to your
Developed
facilities.
a type of hologrenade that produces fake BTs. Most armed groups are terrified of BTs, so they'll clear out the moment they catch sight of anything resembling one. Mind you, if they happen to get close enough to touch the hologram, they'll quickly figure out it isn't real. So, think carefully about where you deploy them. Come back soon. We'll have more for you.
Order completed. Well done.
No worries. It's kind of our job at the moment. I was gonna go inside to rest in the DH Magellan, but I'm like, maybe not at the moment. We can probably figure another way to clean up Sam. Well, when I go to that BT area, the one where I'm getting the items for Gen, we can probably clean ourselves off there. Well, I wasn't expecting to get through it even with only... I wasn't expecting to get through it without getting hit, but I was expecting to be overrun a bit more than just one by the looks of it. Don't worry, friends, we will get on this order soon enough. Because I kind of want to connect these roads up as well. You know, in hindsight, I should have probably been going down there, right? Because I feel like... Yeah, I am already seeing materials and everything down there. Oh, too late for that now. We've already kind of reached the end of this road anyways. Oh, wait a minute, no. We're nowhere close. I can drive down from this way though, instead of going up. Bunch of destroyed cargo out here. At this point, I'm going to take each and every material box I can find. We'll be needing a lot of them. I thought there would be like more items we can deliver to various preppers on this path, but not so much by the looks of it. And these are just the other two preppers which always go back and forth across this route.
Keep on keeping on.
No worries, I have got a delivery for you anyways, even if you're covered in blood. Look, even he has standard orders we can do.
I see you've returned. Glad to have you back. Reviewing the order information now. Of all the things you could have brought us, where did you even find this? Thank you, Sam.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
We'll have more work for you.
Unfortunately, we didn't get a star for it.
Order completed.
Kinda expected, all things considered. So let me take a look at your order. Oh right, your order is the one to actually get vegetables to get as soon as possible. I'll have to do this with the tri-cruiser, and I feel like it might be easier if I build the roads first. Speaking of Tri-Cruiser. Liquid carbon dioxide for the animal shelter. There we go.
I'm stretching my legs.
The rain will wash up the blood, which is nice. Something weirdly satisfying or relaxing about delivering packages in the rain. Unfortunately, it has negative effects on everyone, so not the most ideal way to do things. Lone Commander, Timefall Resistant Wood. Might as well entrust the cargoes to someone. I'm just catching it one-handed. A large piece of cargo. I believe you're heading to the mining facility over here so that I can get some special alloys.
Nice.
Take the monorail back to West Fort Knot. Get Gen stuff. And then ride all the way towards the mine on the other side to get metals, because we need a bunch of metals to build the roads over here. In the meantime, I'll also see if I can get enough ceramics from those locations which I've already maxed out to help build the roads. Very much side quest stuff tonight.
Now leaving Chiral network coverage.
Honestly, wish we had a way to get these boxes really quickly on top of the pickup truck. It would have been nice if they just allowed us to use the sticky gun while we're riding, but I think you can only use one-handed stuff while on a vehicle. Yeah, if you're wondering where I'm going, my location is indeed that mining facility, but I also want to hit the 2 monorail tracks over here. Because I believe we have enough to repair both of them. On account of the fact that I contributed materials before.
I'm stretching my legs.
You know, I'm realizing that this monorail is actually leading to that prepper's house over there. It's possible to get over there with your pickup truck by very carefully maneuvering the tar, because there is some safe areas in the tar, the yellow areas, which are safe for us to cross over. And I did actually get over there, but I can't interact with the prepper. He doesn't seem to be interested in whatever Sam is cooking, so I need to find a way to talk with him, I guess. Or convince him. There's a post box here. I don't suppose you have any useful materials for us to hijack, do you?
Chiral network coverage.
Just a blood bag and a PCC. Admittedly, a bit of an odd place to make those. I understand the generator. Because one way, again, is if you look at the tar and cross over where it's yellow, you have a pretty good way of reaching that prepper. If you're also wondering why I'm going out of my way to collect all the little crystals, it is because we'll need crystals to mine out the special alloy we need.
Now entering chiral network coverage.
Yeah, very distant building here, over there.
Gotta stretch my legs.
Yeah, and it seems like the monorail is touching towards that building, which makes me think that this might actually be our next destination. It almost looks like, yeah, it does look like a knot. If that is West Fort Knot, this might be Central Fort Knot. A river over here. And another knot or city down here. Lots of places that, well, there is so much of the game left if we're exploring this entire island. Like, the map's huge, and I've already put in like 50 hours to it. Now, the question on my mind is, can I actually make my way towards... It's the sound of night. Can I actually link myself up with this prepper? My going theory was that I kind of needed to connect up the monorails before he'd respond to me. And yeah, this was originally how I got across as well. Just by finding the little yellow path. I'm very dangerously navigating through these oil currents, tar currents. I believe this was actually one of the preppers mentioned by Oz. Yep, nope. Looks like my theory was incorrect. I need to be doing something else to connect this certain NPC back up. It might even be story related for all I know. A bit disappointing because I was, with the name Inventor, I was kind of hoping that we'd actually get that prepper and some useful tools. I must admit, it also feels weirdly nice to just ride through the area at night with the buildings in the distance lit up. If you ever lived in a very congested and small city, you know that feeling. That wide feeling is very welcome at times.
Good evening, Sam.
Now entering chiral network coverage.
Oh wow! Oh come on! I should have taken a look around that area. That's actually a large piece of equipment. A good piece of cargo right there. Weird. I've been to this route in the morning before. I didn't notice that. So let me very quickly go take a look at the door. Be right back. Alright, and back. You know, I should have just unpaused it so that we wouldn't have to wait. Oddly enough, I can't rotate the camera to the other side, which is where I want to look. Because Gen's stuff is over there, right? The one that we need for his deliveries. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to give this to the bird on my way out. Ah, come on. Oh well. I'll entrust this cargo to the lone commander.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter.
That might be a little too much. Yeah, that might be a little too much. Surely we don't need this many alloys. I'll cut this stock in half. So many bullet guns. We're not even sure where I got those from. Pick up a blood grenade from my locker. Let's hit it on a grenade pouch. Probably check the shared cargo because lots of people just share stuff. I'll take anything for Gen and the Rainbow Valley. As well as Rainy, I guess. Rainy's shelter. And let's see if I can get a blood grenade. And a lightweight assault rifle. Yeah, okay. Maybe not. Just fabricate one. Why did steal Higgs trunk? Well, thankfully it's not me this time, Calyx, who's doing the stealing. It's another player. I was not going to be using any of these pickups, but then I decided, you know, for this stream I want to connect up the few areas that we've unlocked. So our objective for the stream was to restore the monorails over here, which I kind of did just a moment ago. I'm guessing this is where we're going next in the story. because they just told me to go back to West Fort Knott, and this seems like a very direct route over there. But other than that, I want to restore the road up here so that we have a good connection to Rainbow Valley and the animal shelter. You also have a bit of a side quest over there too. So in our quest to do that, I went back, got some special alloys from the mine north, went back to West Fort Knott, and I'm gonna pick up the cargo for again over here in the BT field, park the vehicle in this facility over here, and then onwards to the mine to get metal and probably some resins from the other areas which I've cleared because I'm kind of lacking in those. And we need a bunch to just build up these. So no, not resins, ceramics. I need 1,800 ceramics for one and 1,280 ceramics for the other. Distraction about, and I even did a lot of side quests in the morning too. Like I was doing a lot of the side orders thinking that, hey, you know what, I might as well tackle these before the stream. But in the end, I found even more stuff to do once I loaded it up. I'm guessing right now, right? As I was looking all over the place, I just saw this exclamation mark and realized that this might actually be a chiral gate over here. The gate that we're opening up by connecting Australia might just be this. And this, in some ways, I feel like might really be the final location for the game. So what it's doing, and I'm guessing right now, is having us go all around the continent. Probably up to Hartman's lab over here, because this has to be Hartman, right? The heart shape kind of just gives it away. And then either this is a secret location we're going to access, or we go over the mountain, head over here, and finally cross the mountain down over here as the final story point. It's massive compared to the original Death Stranding. I feel like when I looked up on the map for the original Death Stranding, I didn't feel like it was too big, but now I feel like this is very large. So yeah, our intention is to go over to the mine and get a bunch of ceramics. Yeah, I also do Gen side quest over here. Hartman's Valley from Death Stranding 1 even had the Heart Lake, yeah. This time we're not getting an old lake, but it looks like a building that's shaped like a heart. And it's very unlikely that there is no BT over here. It's raining, there are likely BTs abound. Yep. Oh, whoever placed this knew exactly what they were doing. They placed it right on the edge so that if you were here as a vehicle, you have a good place to store everything. Yeah, I do have a good setup to deal with BTs though, so not too worried, all things considered. If he is, I have not met him, and I feel like he is, just from looking at this over here. Like, he has to be, right? This is like too obvious a clue. In some ways, it kind of feels like we're going around collecting or reuniting with a lot of the members for Drawbridge. And that includes, well, we met Rainey, we met Tarman, we met Dollman, and I'm guessing they're going to introduce another character soon. Again, don't tell me you have another piece of equipment around here. Was that only 4? Okay, it's just taking a while. There we go. I think you asked me that the other day as well, and I'm like, I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna throw a bottle of acid at a BT, it's not gonna work. Likewise, if you throw a bottle of a grenade of blood at a crawler, it's not gonna work either. They're very specialized equipment in both cases. Well, I don't know. I think I kind of missed the answer myself, so it might not be it. It's more like I don't think the acid will work on BTs, and I don't think the hermetic grenades would work on the lickers. I was calling the crawlers there for a second, but the lickers, not the crawlers. They can't do anything about it. Well, fair enough. Like, if we had Grace in here, and if Grace didn't have dooms, she'd not be able to see the BTs, which is the whole reason why people are so afraid of him, right? Because they can't see him. I mean, even Sam couldn't see it before. And do I even have space to put all this stuff in? I do? Wow, okay. Thankfully, the road to Gen's area is not haunted by BTs, so we can just drive up there. It's a bit of a steep drive, though. And I was about to say I'm kind of surprised that no cargo is popping up, considering that I haven't visited Gen in a while. But I'm seeing stuff on the radar now. Actually, maybe not. It feels like I already saw this piece of cargo before and I didn't pick it up because it already maxed out. The Western Observatory. Correct, I did get the new holidays. Unfortunately, I've been spending it with a few, just putting in some overtime. Gotta getting that paycheck. And I've also been preparing to move to another place, so lots of finding cardboard boxes. Lots of packing. So I might be unavailable for a few days, probably around next week or in the middle of the month. Just completely disconnected from everyone, just for a bit. When I started packing, I just noticed like so much stuff. that I had from before. I have an entire stack of PlayStation 1 and PS2 discs that I'm pretty much just throwing away now. I doubt anyone would want those. They're pretty much just pirated copies that you'd buy from the older stores, right? Nobody really wants those anymore. I have a bunch of PS3 games as well. I've been a PlayStation guy for a very long time. But I think the one thing that still surprised me was I bought an original copy of Final Fantasy VIII soundtrack when I was younger and I was in Malaysia. And it's still in very pristine condition. That an entire 4 CDs worth of the Final Fantasy VIII soundtrack.
Thanks for the help. Give me a hand. This one's for you.
I remember buying a Final Fantasy VIII Brady Games guide as well, but I loaned it out to a friend and then it just never came back.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got on that trip. I got that copy for Final Fantasy VIII and a copy of Wild Arms 2. A very good guide for Wild Arms 2, right? A colored one, entirely with the maps and everything. I've never seen it, ever. Oh, even Gen has orders now. I can pick this up on the way, since I will be making my way over there eventually. Question is, like, do I really have enough space for all this stuff? Yeah, just memory lane. Lots of photos, lots of stuff that I had when I was younger.
Just bring up the orders.
Talk about one crazy surprise. I've given up on this one. Appreciate it.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Thanks for stopping by this late at night. The roads around here aren't safe after dark, so keep your eyes peeled. Until next time.
Is it? I feel like this is relatively one of the safest areas around, just a bit rough, all things considered. The focus of this delivery is on the condition of the cargo. Yeah, they're both conditioned ones, that's fine. It's usually the timed ones that I avoid taking, because if you want to do the timed ones, you really need the Tri-Cruiser. And since we're on the pickup truck, it's very safe. Now, even though we're packing, I'm not entirely sure that we can get a place to move in just yet. I feel like we found a good place, but until we get the key, I'm always a bit worried. Like, whenever we change places, right? I'm always a bit worried until we get the key. Greetings, listeners. Thanks for all your fan letters, guys. I just love that they were all handwritten too. That just makes them extra special. I'm going to read each and every one of them, and that's a promise. Model of mythical creatures. Don't really need this, but it's somebody's lost cargo, so might as well deliver it. Question is, do I want to drop by Fort Knot first before I head over there, or head over to the mining site, or wait, this feels a bit unsafe. Is this the way we usually go? No, I think that's the way I usually go. It's leading both ways down, though. No, yeah, okay. This must be the way. Because that's where the Magellan usually is. You just gotta be careful. Because there's this one little step here, which can break your cargo if you're not careful. There we go. Smooth sailing from that. This road's looking a lot easier to navigate than when we first started driving it. Wait, take out the strange rodent-like creatures, build a tiny fall shelter. No, come on. Okay, I missed that aid request. We need to go back again. I can probably leave the pickup truck under the time fall shelter built by a kind player. And in case you were wondering why those two signs were there, they are specifically there to help players actually get up the mountain. It's a bit easier on the Tri-Cruiser, not so much when you're on anything else. Okay, let's see. I'll take the two ladders, two climbing anchors, place them on my backpack. Okay, sure, why not? Place these two in the off-roader. Got a nice path up there. Now where is our objective? Did I not mark it? Oh, it's still a ways down. Do I wanna? Wait a minute, where'd my rope go? Oh, there it is. It almost disappeared into the sand. Yeah, you don't really need it. It just feels like it's a bit of a safer thing to do. And I have one more climbing anchor in that stock, so might as well use it. It's also a way to sort of conserve Sam's stamina, because if you actually use a rope, you are not relying on your stamina to go back up, right? In truth, as long as you brace yourself, going down is easy. Going back up will be the problem.
Chiral creatures can travel in groups of several hundred individuals. If you intend to face them, explosive ordnance is your only viable option.
That's okay.
Take out
Dolman,
as
we
many as
have...
you can at once.
I don't even see any chiral creatures around here. But this was where we got the request for. Oh, down there. Okay. Gen is actually giving me a vantage point to throw stuff at. I guess he got annoyed with all the creatures stealing his stuff. Hey, the window. Oh. Okay, you know, okay. Not the most ideal way to do it, and Sam is covered in blood, but that will be washed off eventually. We can breathe a bit easier now. Thanks, Sam. I took a peek over the cliff just now, and it looks like they're gone. We've been so on edge lately, freaking out over every little noise. Everyone's feeling a lot less anxious now. But yeah, apparently this stuff has been stealing inside Gen's shelter and stealing stuff, so he's been a bit annoyed by it. Snatchers. Oh, I'm not too familiar with Kojima's older stuff. I've heard of them, but I've not touched them at all. But if it's a Blade Runner universe, I feel like a lot of his older games were kind of very along those lines. I think the most famous one I keep hearing about is Police Knots, right? Because you keep hearing about them over and over. Kojima's inspirations are numerous, all things considered. And in that perspective, I sort of understand why a lot of people tend to watch movies too. especially older movies, right? They were so much more willing to go the extra mile. It's kind of like games when you think about it now, right? When we got to the golden era, the Sega Saturn, the PlayStation 1, a lot more games were taking risks with their content. So you could look at different stuff and get inspiration. It was the same for movies, more or less. I still find like older movies a lot more interesting than newer ones. Bit of an odd place to place a ladder, but here you go. So what exactly happens in Snatchers anyway? It sounds like... yeah, if it's along Blade Runners too, it does sound like they're kind of replacing people. Yeah, this feels like the most uncomfortable situation that I'd ever find myself. You just went through the rain, and then you have the sun just beating down on you. Like, that humidity would feel extremely uncomfortable. Come on, why did the rope get stuck here? Well, it's more likely that the players will be descending from here, so it doesn't really matter. I don't think anyone else has used that rope, except for me. Okay, but now we can finally make our way to West Fort Knot and then to the mining facility. Kind of wondering if I should use the music player here a bit. Yeah, let's keep the DMCA's off. Actually, I don't think I actually got muted on any of my YouTube videos just yet. Let me check that real quick. I feel like nobody actually made a claim on those. Content. Live. Yeah, and surprisingly, nobody's really made a claim on those. So I guess we're okay. Mainly because nobody's really watching this. But yeah, I think it might be because we aren't doing any main quests. Dolman is a bit more active if we're either doing side quests or main quest. If not, then he's very, very quiet. YouTube's AI detection is actually scary good.
Stretch my legs.
It's just that there has to be a certain group that has flagged that. And it might be that the songs by Daichi Miura and Ken Hoshino have not been flagged. Because I feel it might be, right? Except I remember the song from Churches being flagged in the original Death Stranding 1 and that part being muted, so I wonder. I guess it depends on the group. So was this song in the original Death Stranding one? I feel like it was, because there's a part of my memory that's just being very nostalgic about this song. Breach surveillance. for now. Yeah, I feel like this track itself was on that game. And it felt very off-kilter, because most of the other songs were very somber. And maybe that's why the part of my memory is mixing it up. Or it might be just played this for so long, I'm mixing it up. My memory is not something I would count on too much.
I've been waiting for you.
Very impressive work, Alex. Please give it your all.
High-end audio devices. Appropriate, considering that we were playing the music as we went along.
Thanks so much for stopping by. Give me a moment while I check the orders. This cargo is in fabulous condition. I mean, it's really quite impressive.
Yeah, I might need to reach like 9,000 or 9k likes to max out Invest Not.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I'm not really attempting to max it out, mind you. It's just, well, also, why do I have plus 200 combat? I don't remember even doing any combat.
Thank you for your help. We hope you'll visit us again soon.
What has counted as oh wait, no.
Well done.
The combat is from killing the chiral creatures. Alright, wait. Well, before we go, let's just repair our vehicle. borrowed vehicle, which is looking very much like the color of Higgs and his entourage.
As good as new to me.
I will always support you. Please take care. Remember to rest. Safe.
Alright, finally we're gonna head to the mine area, get some ceramics as much as we can. I feel like whichever player made it this color, if there is a Higgs decal somewhere in the game and they put the Higgs decal or a Homo Demons decal, right? Although I'm not sure they call them Homo Demons in this game. That player might have been role-playing as a Higgs deliverer.
Very impressive work, Sam.
I'd probably place whatever equipment I have back into the loader just to avoid the rain. You can always replace the tools, but not much. And that's the twist for this game, that we're working for Higgs. I don't know, I kind of feel like Higgs and Sam and Fragile are very irreconcilable. Like, there's no way Higgs is gonna forgive Sam and Fragile for leaving him out stranded on the beach.
Territory.
Initially, I thought Fragile kind of killed him by leaving him on the beach, but it seems like, from what Higgs has been saying, he's been stuck there for like lifetimes. He's not happy. Yeah, we had a taste of that at the end of Death Stranding 1 ourselves with Sam. And the only way for Sam to escape his beach, or being trapped on the beach, was that he tried to kill himself, but that was not the answer. The answer was that the noise he made allowed him to reconnect with his friends who dragged him out. Now, how Higgs escaped is a bit of a question, but that's how Sam escaped. But in that moment, like, Sam was in despair.
Thank you, Sam.
Now imagine Higgs going through that over and over again. For a second I couldn't reverse and I was wondering what was happening. Because we need to head to the mining facility, and that's over there. Oh, sorry, I hear the door. Be right back. Alright, and back. Oh, the music might be a bit loud now. Let me mute the second source. There we go. You think Kojima ever did a road trip in the US? I feel like he has to. In some ways, I feel like his entire team might have taken a road trip in the US to sort of learn the layout of the environment, like the design of the layout. What am I saying? The design. The look of the scenery, right? For the concept artist and the texture artist and everything. A lot of older studios used to do that. Not sure if it's much of a thing now, though, all things considered. This is a really good song, by the way. I can see why Dolman likes it, or does the little dance for it. Not only the Grand Canyon, I assume it has been all over the US. Yeah, come to think of it, I did hear that a lot of Kojima Productions actually made a visit to Australia just for the same purpose that I was talking about, like learning the environment and mapping it all out. Just for Death Stranding 2. It's definitely a business expense vacation. I get the feeling that they might have even taken. Oh my, what? Oh my god, what? That. Oh, what was my last save? That was true. Okay, that was truly unfortunate. But yes, I do believe that it might have been a real business expense, because when they take artists like that, they're either photographing the environment or they might even be doing mapping. And in the case of how some of the textures here are made, I almost feel like they did map out some of those areas by scanning them. I think it's safe to assume that this is after we delivered the stuff to Gen, right? Yep, it is after we delivered the stuff again. But that was truly, truly unfortunate. I was not expecting to crash into the side of the road there. Gotta be careful sometimes. So our music is gone. Daichi Mura's Horizon Dreamer. I mean, that's kind of the whole point for why you want to have your own offloader. or the bridges offloader, right? Because it covered up all the equipment during the rain. The downside is that we cannot pick up packages without getting off, so there is that. I mean, it doesn't even need to be at risk of falling off, considering we just slammed ourselves into one. Just casually riding through dangerous territory here. As we head to the mines, which now I feel like this might have been a better route to take. Just gotta be careful we don't crash into any of the rocks at our speed. It might not have been specifically Euro Truck Simulator, but I feel like truck simulators were a thing even before Death Stranding. And people have loved their simulation stuff quite a bit, ever since I think Microsoft Flight Simulator became a thing, right? Somebody actually left a bunch of ceramics. I mean, I'm not complaining, but kind of odd that they did. Oh, it isn't just somebody, it's multiple players actually.
This one's for you. Thanks for the help. Thank you, Kylie.
Goat sim is, it was definitely the most popular, that I can tell you. But another sim that's surprisingly been standing the test of time has been Farming Simulator. I feel like I keep seeing new ones for those over and over, and a lot of people love them.
Right. Got a little cargo under the shelf in the back.
It is in the name, after all. Wait, did I actually reach capacity on this? I did. It's at 98%. Okay. Yeah, well, all things considered, I have a bunch of stuff in here, so kind of makes sense. Let's just put all my equipment back on me for a bit, so that I can store the ceramic. No, Sam, I don't want to take it. I want to put it back in. So I swear I know this track from somewhere, and I can't quite tell where. It reminds me of the older Godzilla movies, or the Sentai shows. It might even be Ultraman, I feel like. I don't know which it is, but It feels very familiar. Alright, let's gather up the chiral crystals here too. We used a bunch to mine anyway, so... This is... I feel like it's not only me, like anyone who plays this game is sort of thinking of the efficiency of stuff, right? They have to be. We have another bunch of cargo here. I'll take the plushie. And I'll give you a light because I'm getting cargo that I need.
Thanks for the help. This one's for you.
This player is also playing on the max difficulty, the Wilder. One of the reasons why I'm collecting the cryo crystals too is because I use the floating carrier a lot. And they kind of cost crystals, right? Oh, wait. Okay, I thought I could get in with this stack, but it seems I can't. I'll need to manage my cargo a bit better here. Oh, wait, did you not watch the Detective Pikachu when it came out? For some reason, I feel like I actually ended up getting that, like, really early on, once there was a clearer copy. I kind of need the metals too, though, not only the ceramics. I have an excess of ceramics now. I think I'll be lacking metals. 100, 800, 1,200, 1,400. Yeah, I don't have enough metals. Is it because of the Detective Pikachu movie? I thought it was okay. Mind you, I'm not much of a Pokemon fan, so... Oh no, I am... If it's not about the Detective Pikachu movie, I have no idea. Because, again, I have to remind you, I'm very not on social media. Okay, you know what? Let me just donate some. Yeah, some of these special alloys. Because we need to make some space for stuff. Okay, just taking out the special alloys gave us a lot of space there. I'll have to make another trip to upgrade it to level 3 though. Which is why I felt it was kind of okay, right? I'm, again, not much of a Pokemon player, or a Pokemon fan for that matter, but it looked cool. It felt believable.
Thanks for the help. This one's for you. Thanks for the help.
Honestly, kind of wish Pokemon put more of that effort into their main games rather than the movies. Which, now that I think about it, the recent Pokopia game has been popular. I feel like I read that a lot of people were surprised that it was so good. And they were like, okay, this has actually been given to somebody other than Game Freak. That's why it's so good.
Gotta stretch my legs.
Detective Pikachu? I don't know. Let's take a quick look. Detective Pikachu. Release date. Detective Pikachu came out on May 3rd, 2019. Sonic movie. I feel like Sonic came out later. Sonic the Hedgehog. It's giving me part 4.
Let's make a toast to the time waiting for tomorrow when we're played out
Sonic
by
the Hedgehog 1.
drowning out our sorrows. What will become of us now at the end of time? We'll be
Movie.
you and I. Let's
Yes. Wait, no, this is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Yeah, it came out in 2020, and Detective Pikachu came out in 2019. So yeah. How often do they give it to other teams? If the main game, I don't think they've ever given it to any other team except Game Freak. There are a couple of interviews on the matter that Nintendo is sort of using Game Freak as a training ground. They put all their junior developers in there, which is why the game's quality kind of varies a lot, right? And they sort of know that no matter what type of Pokemon product they put out, it's going to be successful. So it's a pretty safe place to train their developers at. That's one of the interviews that I remember reading, or was it a YouTube video which I was watching, one or the other. But in terms of licensing, I feel like it's very, very rare for them to ever give the game license to somebody else. Can you remember? Oh, maybe because I'm not much of a Pokemon fan, I do not know of any other spin-offs off the main game. Maybe Pokemon Arceus, right? And Arceus was positively received too, I believe. But a spin-off that's not of the monster catching variety, I don't think I've ever heard of it. Colosseum. Wait, you were right. Colosseum, and then we had the MOBA one as well. Pokemon Colosseum. Now that I think about it, who made that? By Genius Sonority. Okay, that's a new one. I've never even heard of these guys. Genius Sonority was incorporated in June 2002 for the original purpose of developing Pokemon games for home consoles. Oh, so it's actually a Nintendo-backed company made just for making Pokemon games. And they have a bunch of there are a bunch of spin-offs. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, Pokemon Battle Trozai, Pokemon Shuffle, Pokemon Cafe Remix. Okay, bunch of spin-offs, but it's always been backed by this company, Genius Sonority, that has been founded by Nintendo. But Pokopia, let's see, Pokopia. Oh right, Pokopia was made by Koei Tecmo, oh people. Omega Force. And That is hilarious to me. Explorers of the Sky, is that another spin-off? I'm assuming that's another spin-off, right? But Pokopia has actually been made by the Dynasty Warriors team, of all people. That in itself is surprising, that the fact that it was by the Dynasty Warriors team of all things. Pokemon. Very soon, if Nintendo had any hand on it, Explorers of the Sky. Pokemon. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Yeah, I have very little knowledge of the Pokemon games, so this is all new to me. Oh, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon has actually been done by Spike Chunsoft, which kind of makes sense in a bit of an odd way. Because I think Chunsoft were the people who made Dragon Quest 1 and 2, right? Or rather, they ported over the Dragon Quest games. Wait a minute, Chunsoft actually made the Nightmare of Druaga as well. Surprising. That is a name I haven't heard in ages. In your retro rabbit hole, you ended up here. Fair enough, right? If you enjoy the games, it's always nice to go back to their roots. Maybe one day I'll actually be motivated to pick up Pokemon myself. Not yet. Not yet. And Pokemon seems like a franchise that's going to be fun to check out regardless, even if I have no intention. I'm just saying, it does seem like a fun franchise to check out. With a very deep history. I know more than a few people who love Pokemon, right? It's just that I've never been one of those. It's kind of odd. I always have trouble with like creature collecting games, to be honest. Like, even World of Final Fantasy, which is a Final Fantasy title, which does the same thing. I've never completed it. The only creature collecting game that I've managed to stick for a very long time and actually enjoy is Dun 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 Pal World. Okay, Persona is well, you know what? I don't even know what to say. I guess it is a bit of a creature collecting game. But Persona also has their story stuff going for them too, right? But if you ask me whether I like Persona 1 and 2, I am not too much of a fan of those games. I played them on the PSP, I finished them, but I feel like I really started liking on the series around Persona 3. That's when it like really clicked for me. And for the most part, when you're playing on the PSP, you are really not trying to collect all of the summons, right? The personas. Do I even have carrying capacity for this? No, I do not have carrying capacity to this. Let me just deliver some stuff over here, because we have a bunch of stuff that I can't return here. Oh wait, no, this is actually stuff that I entrusted before. That's literally everybody. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. There are exceptions, right? In Persona 3, I actually did try to get all of the
Everyone started bringing it in.
compendium. Although that was PS2 and I didn't really have an incentive to do it, I just wanted to do it. I've also kind of done that with Shin Megami Tensei 5, the recent one. But I've been trying to collect as I go along, which has been a bit boring to be honest, but I've been doing that. And I did it in Persona 5 just for the trophy, but other than that, right?
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Thanks for everything, Sam. Hope you'll come around again sooner than later.
Order completed. Well done.
Because that's a bit of a shame, right? P1 I feel like is a bit of a weak point because it's a bit lacking on what I think of the traditional personas that are out now kind of have. But Persona 2, and it was like pretty interesting, all things considered. If there is a remake for the older Persona games, I'd say go for 2 first. Though it's gonna be a while till Atlas actually lets go of the Persona 5 hype. It's everywhere. Not gonna give away the Rainbow Valley ones, but maybe if we give away this much, we might have enough to
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated.
put in this extra large metal in the back.
I'll be singing that song again. Another ballad that won't make a mess. It's been giving me nightmares again, and they don't end.
I have always assumed that Persona 5 Strikers was the sequel to P5, right? But then Royal came out and you have characters in there which are not in Royal, so there is that.
The actor Canada laughter. I know I waited too long.
It's kind of like Persona 4 and Persona 4 Dancing, right? And yeah, I've believe it or not, I've actually played all the dancing games for Persona. But Persona 4 Dancing is a true blue sequel to Persona 4 Golden. Golden 2, not even the base game, just Persona 4 Golden. Because it has a story that follows the characters after their time with the main thing in Persona 4. And the same is for Persona 4 Strikers. It happens after the events in P5. It's just that then later the Royal Edition came out and you had other characters and concepts that are kind of lost on Strikers. Like Strikers happened afterwards and kind of involved additional characters. I thought Strikers was pretty good, but then I'm also a fan of Muso games, so there is that. I think the only Persona spin-off that I have not picked up might be Tactica, and it is on discount. I've been considering getting it. I have played, I think, Breath of Fire 1, 2... No, not 1. 2? Is it 2? Wait, no. 3, 4, and Dragon Quartet. So yeah, a few of them, not the originals. I think my favorite still has to be Breath of Fire 4. I can still load that up and still be kind of amazed at the effort they put into the animation and design of that game. Correct. 3 and 4 are definitely 4 for me. Because 3 feels a bit dated, and it might be because I played 4 first. But 3, the improvement in art style when you jump from 3 to 4 is amazing. Dragon Quartet, not quite a fan of. I felt like they attempted to bring it to the modern age and failed there. Like with each iteration of Breath of Fire, they were kind of developing on the dragon concept of Ryu over and over, and 3 and 4 are really, really where they hit the most on those concepts. Yeah, the Neo Geo it's definitely one of the most lauded stuff out there. I feel like you and a lot of people are sort of appreciating older games now. It really was a bit of a renaissance, right? Yeah, because it was a very new medium at the time, right? And everybody was experimenting. There wasn't any safe bets, any investors that are too into making sure you're getting your profits back and everything. It might sound very tired, I guess. It's a narrative that's said by a lot of people at the time. But I feel like that's torch is sort of being carried on by indie games. Because the indie game scene has a lot of interesting concepts going for it. Like one game that I picked up, and I'm not sure if I actually talked to you specifically about this, is this game, Crystals. And this is an indie game I saw a very long time ago on a Nintendo Direct. And I still remember the trailer for this. Because it looked really, really good, right? Incredibly is this the trailer? Is this? Yeah, it's like an amazing art style, and it stuck with me there. Then I saw this on discount for $3. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna get it. And I was gonna play this in between Death Stranding, but there was a part of me that was like, if I start playing this, I'm probably gonna get stuck into it. God, my connection is a bit low, so it's... And this is not the initial reveal trailer, this is just... Yeah, it's not working, but you can kind of see it here. The art style of this game is amazing, especially how they do the backgrounds. And in the same way of how games were innovating back in the Neo Geo era, right? Indies are actually sort of innovating on that front. Like this is an RPG, and the main mechanic is that your character Criswell here has access to both the past and the future at the same time. So concepts like that and games with character are still alive on the indie scene. Like those same concepts where, like you're mentioning that it had to attract an audience when they were passing by the arcades. It's kind of like that with indies, right? It's so prevalent that there's so many games. You have to stand out in order to get the eyeballs on your own game. And Crystals is like one of the most perfect examples I can give here. Because that art style definitely catches your attention. Especially in motion. It looks really, really good. But yeah, golden era of gaming where everything was around. And maybe that's part of the reason why I like games like Death Stranding as well, right? It's not sticking to that formula. Now, maybe Death Stranding 2 is, but the original Death Stranding was very much a fresh take on the concept of moving from one place to another in a video game. It was also cheaper back then, to be honest. If the prices are going to keep raising as it is, people might just go back to emulating older games to enjoy their time.
Thank you for coming to us so late at night.
I mean, they're already kind of doing it, but still.
good this cargo looks. Great job, Sam. You have done a staggering amount of work on our behalf. We can only thank you. You are a credit to your profession, my friend, and we hold you in the highest regard. Oh, your on-site allocation of materials has been increased. Take as much...
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I was thinking you might find this useful. If you think so too, it's yours.
Oh, we got a tag. Interesting. A cryptovite tag. An electrovite tag. Your battery will last a tiny bit longer with this accessory attached. Okay, sure,
This
why
is a
not?
special accessory in the shape of an electrobiote. You'll find it increases your battery capacity a little bit when clipped to your backpack. A teensy little bit, that is. I tell you how it works, but I honestly don't know. Still, sometimes a small boost can make a big difference. We'll keep looking for other ways to help you out.
I might as well put it back in. PS3, yes, it is still the hardest thing to emulate, but I believe in the last year they made a bit of a breakthrough. And it's become considerably easier than before to actually emulate games and make sure they're running on a smooth frame rate. So if you're getting the latest version of, I believe, RPCX3, it works a lot better. When that news came out, I believe they were testing MGS4 to show to others that, hey, yeah, this is running very smoothly now. Because MGS4 was sort of the benchmark game for emulating PS3. Yeah, the Dolphin emulated and everything too. I do believe I saw that news as well. Like Dolphin and all other emulations. Where is my backpack? There we go. Let me add in that electrobyte. A bit of an unexpected reward right there.
I'm grateful for everything.
Oh, me too. I'm just gonna borrow some of your medals here if you don't mind. And hopefully I can carry some of them. We also have a delivery for Rainy's Parrots over here. How far are you? 63 meters, not too far. I might as well just go get it. For PS3? Okay, that I did not know. What I did hear was that Dolphin and a lot of other emulators got a huge boost this week. Why? I'm not entirely sure.
Feels good.
My name's Sam.
Oh, I did not know that you could return likes when somebody likes your stuff. The game is actually letting me know.
I always appreciate it.
Yeah, emulation has gotten a lot better these days, for sure. I still have my PS3, but I understand where people are coming from. A lot. Oh,
Gotta stretch my legs.
can I even put this back in? Nope. Well, let me just go and deliver this.
Thanks for the help. Thank you, God.
Not recently, but I do keep it cleaned up. And the last game I played was last year, middle. I booted up to play the original Final Fantasy 13. And I still think that disc is in there. I even considered streaming it, to be honest.
Hey,
Oh yeah, I feel like that has happened to both my PS4 and my PS3 as well. This PS3 I have, I feel like it's lasting as long as I do because I got it at the very end of the life cycle. Like my one just came out, yeah, it just dropped dead during the release of Castlevania, Lords of Shadow 2. And I just had to go out and get a replacement for it because I was so looking forward to that game.
welcome. If you'll allow me,
My PS4,
we didn't think we'd ever get this, but
actually, yeah, my PS4 had died pretty in the middle. And later on, I got a PS4 Pro, and that Pro is still handling okay.
Order completed. Well done.
Pretty much the same as you, I believe. It didn't. It still worked, that old PS4. It's just that it wouldn't read any discs anymore. The laser actually had a problem, was what we were assuming. Well, at least that's what the repair shops were saying. And I tried replacing it, but it didn't seem to fix it at all. So at the end I was like, you know what, let's just get a PS4 Pro. Honestly, as long as this PlayStation 5 does not die, I might not even get the Pro on this end either. The one thing that's been troubling everyone who owns a base PlayStation 5 is the news that if you hold it upright, the liquid cooling eventually fails. So if you have it upright, time to start placing it flat. Rainbow Larky. Yep, it has. And would you believe that if you went out and got a PS5 Pro, right? No, it's actually rising over here as well. I believe some stores are even holding out their stock. Because I know a couple of stores had a place had PS5 Pros before Ramadan. And when I went back after hearing that news, they were like, we don't have it anymore. And somehow I get the feeling they're holding it back just to raise the price as well over here. I mean, PlayStation 5s have been kind of ridiculously priced over here. Originally, I'm pretty sure I saw some for 25k or 24k. And there were people who bought it for that much, and I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe next time. But I'm hoping as long as the base PlayStation 5 holds, because I believe the next console that they're going to be coming out is probably going to be priced around the same range, right? If that's the case, and if all the leaks about the specs that we're getting from Moore's Law is turning out to be true, which is usually the case, it's better to just invest in a PlayStation 6 if you are going to go with the console. But at this point, if a console is costing $900, there's really no reason for you to get a PC either. Like, the age of cheap console gaming has kind of gone out the window. Like, it's going to be very interesting when they come out with the concepts, because we have heard all sorts of rumors about it, right? along with the fact that it has a screen like the VU, yeah, that it has better RDNA technology. Well, with AMD working together with them. Whoa, what are you? A koala? Correct. Because we've been weathering the after effects of the war and the oil shortage mainly because of voting season. Once voting season is off, all bets are gonna change. Like, people, they've been taking care of us by trying to keep us happy during the season, but once it's over, nothing's gonna be held back. Like, I'm already seeing increases in gas prices, right? Gas prices and oil over here. And I'm also sort of seeing increases in the price of food, so it's kind of worrying. To some extent, I feel like it's a bit of fear mongering, but hey, like, I remember when we had drastic cuts to the dollar limit as well. A lot of people were like, we're going the same route as Sri Lanka, which was having a bit of a financial crisis at the time and couldn't actually properly recover for it. And there's a chance that might be the same over here as well. Like, if you look at that recent presentation by Bank of Maldives, they were very insistent on the fact that the exchange rate for everything has gotten a lot better, but it doesn't feel like that at all. Yeah, which explains why we are having a bit of rise in food prices because of those delays. And also explains why a lot of people are buying food stuff and storing them in homes. Honestly, bad news all around, unfortunately. No, we will definitely buy food and fuel as long as there's supply, but the question is, can consumers actually not devote a more of a portion of their income to it, right? Which is what's unlikely, because when the price of food and oil rise, it's inevitably the consumers who bear the burden, because people tend to passing them on to them, because sellers, I mean, tend to passing off that increase in price to the consumer. The road ends here? Is that a hedgehog? Or an enchilada? The enchilada, I meant an echidna. It's an echidna. Yeah, that's also one of the reasons why I'm kind of worried about shifting houses too. It's like a very bad season to be doing this, but we kind of need to do it as well. Same for food and fuel. We'll need to buy those eventually. There we go. We managed to
This one's for you.
make both of the roads up to this point. And I think that's actually... Oh, well, let me change the music here. Right? It's very sad and kind of depressing me out since we're also talking about rising food and fuel prices.
I will become.
Trump. I'll be honest, again, I'm not too much of a politics guy, but when I'm playing Death Stranding, the only thing I can think of is, especially with how the president is working out, it's all moving in the same direction. Like, they're eventually gonna be... it's either gonna be done by AI or done by a company, like in Death Stranding. The president of a company, like in Death Stranding, that is governing the entire system with AI. And Trump feels like the best reason for people to actually go that way, and it almost feels... Almost, right? Almost feels so stupidly conspiratorial that they purposely place Trump in just to sway people's opinion to that. This is a very interesting road. Where am I going? It's not to the animal shelter, am I? Now this is going all the way around. Okay. Wait a minute, this is an enemy base. I didn't even realize. Yeah, this feels like an enemy base before the next... Not over there? Interesting. Honestly, I don't think anyone in America is happy about the war with Iran, and they all know, right? It's just one weird reasoning after the other just for doing that war. N64 just got a completely new game in 2026? Okay, I have not heard of this. How is it open world? Oh, indeed. I'll have to look this up. I need to see this with my eyes before I can understand what's going on. still kind of surprised by the fact that there's an enemy base over here. If I knew this, I might have tried to take this out and steal whatever resources they have captured.
Nice. Everything seems to be in the right place.
Awesome.
Thanks for building the Timefall shelter, Sam. That's put my mind at ease. Some animals have been known to take refuge under these structures. As well, if you find yourself sharing a shelter with an animal, please rescue them by taking them to us. Sure. I mean, we've seen porters resting at shelters that have been built by players. No reason why animals will not do the same. So that almost looks like a person from a distance. It really does look like... Well, you know what? Let me take a look at the map. What is over there? What am I looking at here? It looks remotely like a person. Can't see it on the map though. And I can actually... 600 meters. Oh, interesting. Yeah, well, even if they're trying to change the justification for it, I still feel like, regardless of their reasoning, there was a quote where someone kind of said that they're doing it just because they can. And I kind of feel like that might be the case here as well. That the general populace really has no choice but to follow it. But the general sentiment for the general populace is that they don't like it, they don't want it. Oh yeah, my Discord name should still be Mikh'a. Mikh'a Oshko. What is this song? I don't think I've heard this one. So it makes me wonder if there's another track here that connects the road. I might discover it once we connect the chiral network here. Because the monorail kind of stops here as well. I probably have to go to this or this, one or the other. Correct. It is the one with XIW. I don't really have too many Discord IDs though, so I'm kind of surprised. So I was honestly expecting there to be an easier path to the animal shelter after we built the road, but that does not seem to be the case. Still going over pretty rough terrain, all things considered. But yeah, what I'm gonna do is head over to the animal shelter, deliver everything we can, probably store all our materials which we kind of took, and then head to the next story point. I'll pick up the next mission and then we'll call it for the night.
Hey Sam, been waiting for you.
I believe that. I believe that. And part of the reason is just because of the way I play, right? Because I'm trying to do all the side quests and everything.
Glad that you could make it. Checking the order information now.
Which is why I'm trying to balance it out with a bit of side quest and a bit of story.
Wow, another wee animal for the reserve. Thank you so much, Sam. Be sure to come back and visit our new friend soon. We wouldn't still be here carrying on our work without your help. But simply saying thanks isn't enough. Oh, we've upped your allocation of materials again.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
If you're keen, take this. I think it might be right up your alley.
Are we getting another charm? Bear? Waka? Okay, I'm not familiar. Wait, no, I am familiar with this. It's the cute animal.
The design of this accessory is based on a quokka. Attach it to your backpack and you'll have an easier time getting close to animals before they get scared and bolt. It's a personal favorite of everyone here. I hope it'll help you to support our conservation efforts. Visit us again. You're always welcome, Sam.
Order completed. Well done.
Threat level of the brigand base south of F1 has increased. Why is it increasing? Have I not been knocking people down too much south of F1? F1 is westward nods. This one, okay. Do I want to deal with them before I go here? Because we have another bandit base right here.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned.
The delivery will be assigned to another porter. It is okay.
To have you around.
Oh yeah, these guys, right? I believe these three are members of churches, right? The group that did the original Death Stranding songs. I don't know how they sound, except for the song, so for me, it's been a while since I played Death Stranding 1 2, so it matches perfectly. What I do find weird is having the three people on the hologram and only one person speaking. Koalas in Dreamland. The koala you rescued is currently asleep, plugging into one of the eucalyptus trees we got here. Koalas sleep for more than half the day, and that's pretty impressive. If you're lucky enough to find one awake, be sure to capture the moment in a photo.
I'm Sam! Hello! My name's Sam too. I'm Dolph!
Tall man finally spoke. Echidnas curl themselves up into a ball whenever they sense danger. Watch closely, and you'll sometimes see the prickly ball twitching a little bit. It's so cute. Don't touch it though, the spines are very pointy. I paused at the moment he said doll, and then he just came out as man. I feel like I have too much stuff on me. Let me just get rid of the climbing anchor over here. And the assault rifle. There we go. This feels more like normal Sam to me. I'm still a bit overburdened. It might be because I'm carrying the tar gun around. But I think it's safe to store that as well. Initially I was keeping it around because I felt like the fires might be more of a thing, but that does not seem to be the case. And whenever there is a fire, there's usually a player tar cannon nearby. The game is nice enough to keep it for you there. Yeah, I'm gonna give a bunch of likes to this. I've been using it since all morning.
Thanks for your help.
I was initially just trekking around on foot when I found this, and I was like, you know what, let me try using it for a bit. But since we're back at the DS3 Magellan, I'll shift back to my original pickup loader. But we'll repair this and place this outside for someone else to use.
Nice repair job. She's practically sparkling.
That line is always so weird to me. It sounds like he's almost out of breath when he says it. He's just trying to do it in one line. Alright then, let's head to Fort Knot, pick up that order, and then call it for the night, right? We've done a bunch of side quests, we connected a lot of places. A lot of our new NPCs are 4 stars, so we'll eventually end up 5-starring them soon. Except for the Rainbow Larakeet. Not too worried. I might be doing this way earlier than intended. Probably, right? Because some of the stuff you get feels very overpowered, like the silenced sniper rifle, the level 2 shotgun. No, I think Sam kind of prefers the Electro Cryptobite, because he always picks that one first. And if you look at the description of the Electro Cryptobite, in the database, it does say it is the easiest to eat.
Certain parallels can be drawn between Captain Ahab's pursuit and the Prometheus myth. Prometheus is a deity said to have stolen fire from the heavens in order to give it to humans. In essence, he bestowed upon them the power of the gods themselves. This power manifested as technology. Humans crafted tools, and with them brought nature to heal and built great civilizations. Perhaps the author intended to frame Ahab's pursuit of the white whale as one akin to mankind's struggle against the forces of nature. We ourselves are arguably living out our own Prometheus myth as we fight to overcome the Death Stranding. No, we definitely are. And we're not about to lose.
It's okay. It's alright.
Let's see what our next order is. I'm betting that it would be one of those two knots that we saw on the map. Yeah, there's Charlie said that we'd be in for a long haul. I was guessing that this would be the case because you're sort of building the monorail over there. And if you're building the roads, even that seems to snake its way over here. But then we have this structure over here as well. So it makes me wonder, it's either this or this, one or the other. And both are pretty long tracks. And yeah, when you said that I haven't touched the surface of this game, I do believe you. Because I feel like all these biomes here are probably meant to be traversed. Like, if you were looking at the map as progress percentage completion, I'm not even like 30% completed. Right? What does the game said? 28%. Yeah, close enough. And I've already spent like 40 hours in this game, so... But I can't deny it's been satisfying, just delivering stuff and connecting stuff up as we go. This was how I played the original Death Stranding, and probably how I'll play the original the Death Stranding 2 as well. I might be a bit more lenient on the deliveries just to make some more story progress, because it does seem like if you're doing standard orders, it's very easy to max them out. And let's switch off the music player for now. Oh wait, I need to go to the Fort Knox. It's not over here. Banana Master Carrier.
Heat levels tolerably tolerable.
Oh, even if I wanted to, I can't. If I had the time for this, I'd be on this 24/7, like, especially since we got the 2 holidays. But again, it's been a pretty wheezy. But guess who woke up too early and gone to sleep early? Hey, Sento, welcome back. Unfortunately, you caught me right at the tail end of my stream. I'm gonna pick up this order and actually call it for the day. But I hope you have a good rest of the evening with Warframe or Warhammer, whatever you're playing right now, or even Final Fantasy XIV, because I feel like you might be on that Beastmaster train as well. So it is to the Northern Environmental Observatory. How many times we gotta teach you this lesson, old man?
Sam, it's Charlie. I'm pleased to inform you that you can now use the map on your Ring terminal to check the weather forecast. We utilize information provided by Rainey, as well as local historical data to make predictions. Take them into consideration when plotting your routes.
Okay, this is gonna help immensely. Oh, some sections are actually always filled with timefall by the looks of it. What an interesting way to map out rain data. But yeah, that's one of the better tools that you get, just because it not only highlights the roads that you can travel a lot easier. If you were gonna go and do a side quest in a dangerous area, you kind of know that, hey, this place is still gonna change. Right now it's raining and it's gonna change to cloudy in a bit, so always a good idea to keep an eye on the weather in this game. But yeah, a very long route. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, fortunately, we built... Wait a minute. No wonder it was disconnected. There's another paver over here. I connected these two. No, there's two more pavers here. I didn't even realize. Oh my god, now I have extra side quests to do now. We're connecting that road up. Maybe later, after we go to the Northern Environmental Observatory over here. This is a bandit camp. We're probably gonna get a bunch of resources here that we can contribute to the roads over here. So it's totally fine. I contributed stuff to this too. I didn't even realize. Not to this one though. But this makes a lot more sense because the road ends here. It's probably meant to be connected by this one. I totally missed this paver. I pray the forecast is not accurate. It's rainy. She's probably very accurate. Lots of cloudiness over here, not too much rain. Alright, there's an ice weather here. Oh, that makes total sense. Because it's a mountain. Yeah, we'll just follow the road since we have built it to some extent. Probably park nearby for safety around this timefall shelter and deal with all the bandits here. Ought not be too difficult. looks like I definitely need to take... No, I'll come back to this. I'll need to come back with my pickup truck. But yeah, gotta add some surprise. Well, the fact that we kind of knew what there was is very nice. And part of the satisfaction of playing the game is actually planning out your route, preparing for it, and getting through it just as you planned. All according to Keikaku moment and all. And I feel like I need to not only get ready for the weather, because they're kind of telling me about it, but I also need to arm myself quite a lot. Probably develop a bunch of those hologram grenades we got from the animal shelter. Head in here. But yeah, that's going to be it for me for tonight. It's probably almost 1 p.m. Well, oh no, it's not almost 1 p.m. It's 1:30. I lose track of time when I play this. But yeah, good night, you two. And if anyone else is watching, take care and go to sleep. Because I, myself, am actually so sleepy, my tongue is getting tied. Good night, and stay safe.